welcome to the newest episode of Nerds Amalgamated. I'm the Professor, and I have my co-host, Bucky.
Hello.
How are you, Bucky?
I'm marvellous. What about yourself?
I'm pretty good. I passed my 1000th ticket solved at my IT job last week.
What was it as simple as just turning it off and turning it back on again?
A fair number of them have been.
Awesome. You gotta love that.
Yeah.
Life imitates art, or is it art imitating art?
It's just an infinite loop of actual IT guys and the IT crowd all the way down.
What was that saying? Life is stoked with irony.
And that's DJ, the other co-host.
Hey guys.
How are you, DJ?
Oh, I'm good. It's a very hot day today.
It is bloody hot.
I thought you were going to say you had a hot date.
No, Russell Crowe still won't answer his emails.
Well, it's not just Russell anymore. There's Russell, Jason Momoa, Daniel Day-Lewis.
But yeah, I don't know. Someday they'll answer. Someday.
Yeah, I can't see.
Good luck. I hope you're all coping with the heat, at least as well as we are. It's bloody hot out there this week. If you're in Australia, try not to die of heat exhaustion.
Yep, as Talia always tells us, take care of yourself and stay hydrated.
Does she say that all the time?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
That's good advice.
That's her favourite sign-off for her podcast, which I can't remember the name of at the moment.
General queries.
General queries.
That's Queeries, as in queer stuff. So they talk about the LGBT stuff.
And there are co-podcasts on the that's not Canon Network. Check them out and the rest of our our co-podcasts at that'snotcanon.com, our new website.
And talking about co-podcasts, they finally did it. It's finally happened.
Elvis Lives.
Elvis Lives. They have finally entered the building.
Nice. We should come up with some conspiracy theories of our own.
We already have one. The Penguins.
Oh yeah. I mean more than the Penguins.
Hey, once you got gold, you don't have to keep going for more.
But speaking of gold, Super Smash Bros. Celebrated their 20th anniversary the other day. The original game released on the 21st of January 1999.
Ooh.
And it feels about the same amount of time that we spent watching the release at E3.
Oh, yes. The Everyone is Here announcement.
Yes.
I think I wasn't there at the time, wasn't I?
No, you weren't.
You must have.
You're a slacker.
And then it turns out they had an actual, after that, they had a proper show.
Yeah.
Which we missed because we went to bed.
Well, it was, 3 a.m?
Yep.
Yeah, but I will say that's a good achievement. Like Super Smash Brothers is one of the few gaming franchises to survive that long. That's an achievement in itself.
Yeah.
I don't know. Pong's still being played in various forms, and that's how old?
At least 30 years.
Wow.
More than that. That was...
Yeah.
1970. Yeah, 1972.
I was going to say, that was early 70s, so you're looking about 50-something years. So, yeah, all hail the conquering hero Pong.
Although, I will say, though, there are... Not only the good games survive that long, there are some bad games that have survived that long as well. Like, remember the E.T. game from Atari?
Well, it didn't survive.
It kind of crashed and burned. It's just a collector's item because it was so...
Yeah.
Like, Pac-Man is still being played, and it's a collector's item because it was cool.
And they still release new Pac-Man games. But they haven't made a new E.T. game in 30 years.
Yeah, that's true. It's... Although we constantly hear legends of certain things about ET, like what was that famous one? They buried it was secret.
It's not a legend.
In Mexico,
buried.
It's not a legend. It's fact.
Oh, it was initially an urban legend.
Yeah, and they went out there and they dug it up, so it's fact.
Oh, now it's a fact, but before it was a legend.
It was always a fact. It's not like they went out. It's not Schrodinger's cat. They didn't go out there and dig it up, and then it decided whether it was going to be there or not.
They knew where it had been buried. It was an industrial landfill. It's all recorded where everything gets dumped.
It's just that nobody bothered to go out and get it.
Okay. Yeah, but like I said, it's one heck of an achievement though for Smash Brothers to get to survive that long. Oh man, what are the other games that have survived that long besides Pong and Pac-Man?
Well, Mario in general is still getting new games.
Yeah, Space Invaders. Actually, Mario's got a new release on the Twitch,
The Switch.
the Switch.
Yeah, Mario Odyssey. It's a good game.
Space Invaders has evolved, and then there was I can't remember I think it was Asteroid or something where you have a spaceship that flies through,
Yeah.
and you have all the things coming down towards you, whether it's it's aliens attacking you or
Space Invaders.
no, we had Space Invaders where you were on one thing and they just lowered down slowly. But
Yeah.
then there was Asteroid where your ship moves back and forth from a central point.
Yeah.
On a circular on an arc.
And you can fly out the sides of the screens and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Asteroids.
And then you had Asteroids and aliens.
I've only said the name like 5 times in the last 2 minutes.
That's still going with numerous reincarnations as well. Like you got this, they had it so it was a World War II planes with super mash-up power and all that sort of stuff going
Oh,
on.
you mean Gallagher?
Yeah, like
No,
this.
Gallagher's sci-fi.
Oh right.
It all stems from Asteroid. It's just different incarnations.
Which comes from Space War. Played on the PDP, I think. I've played it in an emulator. It's an early like 2 players fighting each other in spaceships, and there's a black hole in the middle that your torpedoes get sucked towards. So you've got to deal with the physics of flying around a black hole.
Yeah, but then so there's games like that are still always been reincarnated. Frogger.
Yeah, there hasn't been any. There hasn't been. Oh,
still going. There's
I played Frogger on the way to work today.
You can play it on your mobile phone now.
Well, the lights wouldn't go red.
Although nowadays there are some really recent games that have turned 20, like your good old Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Mortal Kombat's kind of turning 25. Turned 25, I think they did.
What makes Smash special though is that it's still got the same head. Sakurai has been working on this series for the last 20 years, and it hasn't gone down in quality.
Yeah, I'll give Smash Brothers credit. Like, it is still a fun game in some way.
Yeah. What was my favorite moment with Smash Brothers would be the bosses, which is just one gigantic hand.
Master Hand.
And it's just 3 heroes versus one hand.
Well, traditionally it was only ever one hero versus a hand.
Mm-hmm. Actually, what about Double Dragon? Is that still going at the moment?
Well, Double Dragon, yeah. The game was around, then they had the cartoon series from last I recalled. I don't know, it hasn't been around. Oh, there is Double Dragon 2017. Oh, okay, I stand corrected.
Okay. Because I know they had a movie came out the last few years as well. Oh, Double Dragon 4. Oh, there you go. I don't know if it's been the same people behind it, but yeah.
So, yeah, this is after the storyline's basically set after Double Dragon 2.
Really? How dare it? How dare it flow in synchronicity?
But I will say this, with Smash Brothers, they didn't do like what Street Fighter did years ago, which you had Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter Alpha 3, Street Fighter EX, Street Fighter EX plus Alpha. Like, there were so many sequel spin-off type games on Street Fighter.
Like Final Fantasy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well.
And Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But, hey, as we discussed this the other week, give me more.
More Kingdom Hearts?
No,
David Cage.
yeah.
We were talking about David Cage.
Yes, that classic.
It was one of those things that drives Talia insane. So every now and again, I'll just turn around and say to her, "Give me more." I was glad she wasn't in the same room with me. Otherwise, I probably would have been having stuff thrown.
If David Cage ever does like a meet and greet thing, I will sponsor a ticket for Talia.
No, she's on the watch list.
Yeah. After what we discussed on that episode, I don't think you want to know.
She wants to dig a big deep hole on back.
Mm-hmm. That's the light way of putting it. But so this year's Smash Brothers, how many characters has it been this time around?
70.
Oh my god!
Is it only 70?
It's about that many.
It felt like so much more.
Yeah, it's really only about 70.
And in this, and with the last few years, with the term DLC, has there been any DLC for this one?
They've announced it. The first one is a pre-order bonus. Well, an early bird bonus. Because if you bought it any time up until the end of January, I think, you can get the Piranha Plant from Mario.
Piranha? Okay. Wait, Piranha Plant as a fighter?
Yeah.
What can it do? What?
I assume bite things.
Yeah, I get biting things, but it can't move or jump.
How do you know?
Because it's the Piranha Plant from Mario. It's a pot plant. A plant.
It might teleport itself through special means.
It's a Triffid. You know Day of the Triffids, don't you, DJ?
Enlighten me.
I am. My mouse is hovering over the ban button.
Day of the Triffids is an all-time classic. You have to watch it.
Well, read the books. The book first.
The Day of the Triffids, eh?
Yeah, basically everyone goes blind and walking plants with poison whips start killing everyone. It's a zombie movie, but with plants.
It's based on a novel. Nice.
Yeah, John Wyndham.
Everyone used to, like all the schools used to have, use it as a novel for English in high school.
Oh.
Back when you actually had to be able to read and speak.
But yeah, what's the other DLC besides Piranha Plant?
I don't know off the top of my head. I'll put it up.
Okay, cool. So you have any good memories of Super Smash, Professor?
Yeah. Okay, so so they also announced Joker from Persona.
Oh.
And the leak, like, the rumors are that the remaining characters are Edric from Dragon Quest, Ryu Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden, Steve from Minecraft, and Doom Guy.
Oh no, Doom Guy.
Yeah. And Microsoft have said that they are happy to put Master Chief in it. So that would be pretty cool. Get the most crossover game ever. Like, Marvel fans think that Infinity War is the most ambitious crossover event ever. They're wrong. Smash Brothers has been around for 20 years, and it was still the most ambitious crossover event ever 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would be crazy.
Yep. Anyway, we'd better keep going with the show. So you're up next, DJ. What have you got to tell us about the Oscars?
Oh, so award season is truly on its way, and we've got the Oscar nominations are being announced Wednesday. Yes, it was on Wednesday, and there are some.
What's today?
Oh no, Wednesday. Yeah, it was Wednesday.
So they haven't been announced. Can you tell us what the nominations are?
Yeah, they were announced this morning. So, Best Picture, you have Black Panther, first Marvel movie to be nominated for Best Picture, Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favourite, Green Book, Roma, A Star Is Born, and Vice.
And which are you tipping to win?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm putting Bohemian because Freddie Mercury, man.
Okay.
Because it's the life of Freddie Mercury, and Freddie Mercury's the greatest.
Yeah, I'm flipping between that and Green Book, just because Green Book actually is a pretty good story as well.
Okay, what about you, Professor?
I haven't seen any of these movies.
Oh, you will. Although it's funny though, when Black Panther was announced as Best Picture, people were saying Infinity War was so much better.
Yeah. But people are kind of over Marvel at the moment.
Yeah, well, can you blame them? I think
if they take a 10-year hiatus after the next Avengers movie, it would not be long enough.
Nah, it won't. Because it's Disney, mind you. And there was the nominations for Best Actor came out as well. Lead actor. My mistake. Christian Bale for Vice. Bradley Cooper from A Star Is Born. William Dafoe at Eternity's Gate, Rami Malek, Bohemian Rhapsody, and Viggo Mortensen and Green Book. This is a very interesting mix.
How is First Man not there? Everyone I know thinks that's the best movie they've seen forever.
I have no idea, dude. Like Ryan Gosling, he played good in that movie. I don't know why he got into this. Why he didn't get into this movie and into the awards.
Well,
it's the Oscars. It's not like it's a merit-based thing.
All right, you have to pay someone to get your movie nominated.
Probably.
Yeah.
Although Green Book, I don't know if you guys have checked it out at all. It's about a classical pianist who's black, being driven around by a white bouncer in the southern United States. I think it's in the 50s or something like that, or the 60s. So, yeah, when racism was still rampant. And, yeah, I haven't actually watched it yet. It's one of those, it's on my list to watch in the next month or two. Yeah, it's looking really good. And it's talks about the friendship that strikes up between the two guys.
Yeah.
So,
Lead Actress Awards. You got Yalitza Aparicio from Roma, Glenn Close and from The Wife, Olivia Colman from The Favourite, Lady Gaga from A Star Is Born, and Melissa McCarthy from Can You Ever Forgive Me?
Oh, that's awkward considering she was in Ghostbusters, wasn't she?
Yep. Yeah. She. Here's an interesting fact for you. She's also nominated in the Razzies as the worst actress.
For Ghostbusters?
For the Good Time Murders. It's the one with the puppet as well. That I think Jim Henderson was trying to sue the Good Time.
Yeah, I remember seeing the trailer. It's the Muppet Murder movie.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if Lady Gaga wins, is she going to get up and say the quote for Bradley Cooper? You know the quote I'm saying, like the line?
No.
In every interview for A Star Is Born, I'm just trying to find the exact words. Something like, yeah, and there can be 100 people in the room and 99 don't believe in you, and you just need one to believe in you, and that was him. She said that in every interview.
Oh my god! Although I did remember Lady Gaga.
I want her to actually win lead actress, just so she can get and say it again.
Well, I did recall that she did win the Golden Globes, I think, a couple of years back for her role in American Horror Story as Best Actress.
That's just sad. Because I watched American Horror Story with her in it, and it wasn't that. I'm going to have all the Lady Gaga fans coming now.
I will say this year's Oscars has been interesting. So we not only had the first superhero superhero movie nominated for Best Picture, we got the first Mexican-born actress to be nominated for awards at the same ceremony. First Latin American woman nominated for producing the Best Picture. The first person nominated for Best Director, Best Cinematography, and Best Original Screenplay in the same year. And first Best Picture nomination for Netflix.
What did Netflix get?
What was it? It was I think Roma. Roma was the one.
Okay. I see A Quiet Place is getting a nomination for sound editing. That movie's incredible.
Yeah, Roma is the one that has that Netflix was involved in.
Okay.
But you guys, and also Spike Lee is his first nomination as best director. But so we've also so I think you guys are waiting for the best animated feature and best special effects, aren't you guys?
Well, I've already looked through the list, and I don't particularly care about many of these movies.
How about you, Buck? You interested in the visual effects? Who's going to win it?
I haven't really looked at the list yet. Where are we? What have we got? Special? Are they proper special effects, or is it all just CG?
Oh, visual effects.
It's not special effects anymore. It's now visual effects. So yeah, nothing on there is special effects. It's all CGI. The special effects guys aren't being represented anymore.
Who do you want to pick to win the visual effects award?
I see they've got First Man in there.
Oh,
so it did get a nomination for visual effects.
I want Solo, a Star Wars story, to win.
The movie nobody saw.
It has some amazing special effects for the visual effects with the CGI.
I don't know, man. Ready Player One did well. Ready Player One looked cool, especially with the gigantic Gundam.
Have you watched Star Wars or Solo or Star Wars story?
As the professor said, the movie that nobody watched.
Well, I watched it.
I didn't watch it. I didn't want to watch it. I saw the trailer and just went,
No. You listened to Rotten Tomatoes or whatever it was and just said, I'm not going to make up my own mind.
Oh, no. Like I said, I saw the trailer and I just genuinely thought to myself, You're a
sheeple.
So what do you reckon, guys? Also, the other interesting thing for this year's Oscars, no host for this year.
Isn't that because the guy they had said a tweet 10 years ago when they fired him? It was Kevin Hart, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Kevin Hart, and he did something.
And so obviously they couldn't fill the position by now.
What about what's his name? Doogie Howser.
I mean, Neil Patrick Harris.
That's him. They should get him in. He's always good.
What they should do is just get some guy off the street. I know tons of employment agencies they could write to. Just be like, send us someone completely random.
Get Rowan Atkinson.
Rowan Atkinson.
Actually, here you go. Co-host Rowan Atkinson and Stephen Fry. Actually, trifecta. We'll also add in Bill Lorry.
Oh, you mean Hugh?
Hugh Laurie, yeah.
Hugh Laurie, Stephen Fry, and Rowan Atkinson.
Although, mind you, Bill Lorry
that would be an absolutely awesome Academy.
Although I don't know, Bill Lorry in an Academy Award thing, it would be pretty hilarious if and the cat is so silent, and it's got him.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking, can you imagine, if you give them the opportunity to start doing some of the old Blackadder stuff?
Ah, nice.
These guys were all their careers all started together.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd be an intelligent comedy for a change.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I agree with you. Oh man, but I don't know this. What do you reckon? Were you kind of surprised that Black Panther got the best? Got nominated for best movie?
Not really.
It does feel a bit like a bit of an Oscar bait, like that Black Panther would get picked over any of the other Marvel movies. But I'm not on the Oscar committee, so it's not my decision to make.
Because what was it when Halle Berry won the Oscar? It was just there was a lot of issues that year where it was lots of questions were being asked.
Was that for Catwoman?
I can't remember what it was for, but yeah, it was like there was lots of questions being asked of why was she nominated? Was it for her acting or for just because of who she is?
Is that the Mulholland Drive movie? That's one thing. Oh, Monsters Ball. That's the one.
Monsters Ball.
Yeah. But yeah,
which was a porno.
Wow. Okay.
Have you actually seen it?
No, I haven't seen it, but thanks for spoiling it for me.
Mate, if you haven't heard about that by now, then there's something wrong.
I was in high school. I couldn't even watch it even if I wanted to.
That's more of a reason why you would have heard about what it was about.
I didn't hear anything about it. But yeah, like I said, this year's Oscars, they have some historic firsts, but I know will I watch it? Nah, not the whole event, but just maybe some awards.
I just think it's a waste giving nominations to Marvel movies in general.
Yeah,
they're just the same superhero movie over and over again.
Well, the reason why they're putting Black Panther in is because of the whole. A couple of years back, when people were complaining about how come there weren't movies featuring black actors in nominated for best movies or anything like that.
Well, that was the 2002 thing.
Oh no,
it's been that thing every year.
Yeah, and that was the thing with 2002 when Halle Berry won, because she won hers. And I can't remember who else won, but it was all it was all a racial thing.
Yeah, although I think 2015 or 16, it just got really bad to the stage where the Oscar community just said, okay, we're gonna reshuffle the whole Oscar community, and I think
the Academy Awards, people don't give it any credence anymore. It's just it's sold out. It's not on talent.
Yeah. And that's why. And they were saying, I think earlier last year, there were Oscars were saying like, okay, we're going to introduce a new award called Best Movie Award. Remember that?
Are they giving out the participation awards for the no hopers?
And everyone was saying like, yeah, they want to give they just want to give Black Panther the best movie because, yeah.
Anyway,
because yeah,
You have said the same thing about 3 times now.
yeah, I know.
Is it only 3?
Yeah, before we get any more political, let's move on. Becky, what have you got to tell us about?
I have a story about a book which talks about gods and robots. So it details the fact that our fascination with robots goes all the way back through antiquity. And it highlights how in the ancient Greek, Roman, Indian, and Chinese myths, certain others, it talks about how there was a fascination with robots and robotic entities. Pardon me for a second there. Yeah, for example, in this article that I'm looking at here, it specifically mentions about Talos in the Jason and the Argonaut tale, who was a robot manufactured by his name now, crikey, Vulcan, I think it was that the Roman? But yeah, and it talks about that sort of stuff, and then there's it was made by Hephaestus, the blacksmith of the gods, who created an automaton who was brought down by having his ankle cut and leaking ichor.
Like Achilles.
Yeah, but it was all. But they think that was more based on the fact that in some of the Greek medical stuff, it talks about how there was a thick vein in the ankle that was more suitable for bleeding people. So yeah, and then there's other tales such as the stories of the jinn from the Middle East. I'm not sure if that's actually included in there, but they used to inhabit robotic sort of material, like they used to manufacture their own little humanoid metallic robots sort of stuff.
So this was the days before androids and
Yeah, this is like
this was
magical robots.
This is in the days before they actually had flight. Most of those, we're talking like thousands of years ago. Ancient Egyptians actually had a robot, or a robot of a kind that would tilt, or it would stand up and tilt over to pour milk from a vessel and then sat down again. That was operated by gears, weights, and other parts that it moved. And it was apparently 4 meters tall. So, yeah, that was the Egyptian.
Yeah, Clockwork's pretty cool. It's a shame some of this stuff hasn't survived.
Well, a lot of this stuff has actually helped lead to a lot of the stuff we have today. So, yeah, I wish they had this particular robot from the ancient Egyptians because that would be cool. But, yeah, if you want to have a good read, it's $30. I'm not sure if that's US, from Princeton University, called Gods and Robots.
Just reminds me of one Futurama episode. I don't know if the professor is familiar with it. Remember the episode Professor with Leonardo da Vinci?
Yeah.
It just reminds me of Animatronio and how he's bent on revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people sit there and keep thinking that robots and all that automatons are a new idea, but when you look back through a lot of the histories and the myths and legends, there's robots in amongst a lot of the stuff. So
honestly, what's cooler than having something to do things for you so you don't have to?
Exactly.
Yeah. Although, can you imagine the day when we merge with the robots?
Well, that's actually something that's actually discussed in this, how like we're pushing for all of this sort of stuff, and it's all part of a desire for immortality. So yeah.
And here is the website to buy the book. I think it's American dollars, so it'd be
Those bloody Yankee dollars.
Could you, but honestly though, could you see yourself merging? Yep.
It's $18.99 on Amazon at the moment.
Yeah, it's on sale.
So getting quick.
Mm-hmm.
I might just pick up the Kindle edition of that.
Mm-hmm. Anyone looking for a birthday present for me? Just coming up soon. Hint, hint. Any of our listeners who feel so in... Yeah, if you
we need a Nerds Amalgamated P.O. box. Send us all of your fan art of the DJ and Russell Crowe.
No.
We don't want to traumatize Buck on his birthday.
Actually, I'm just looking here. Adrian, I'm not sure if it's Mayer or Mayer, who's the author, who's actually got quite a few fabulous books here. She's a historical writer. Yeah, she's got some pretty cool history books there.
Yeah, lots of cool stuff. Just in the About the Author section, it mentions the Amazons, Mithridates,
The Poison King, Fossil Legends, and the First American. There you go. The Griffin and the Dinosaur. I think I might have just found myself a new author.
Wow, there's I just saw the reviews for it. There's only a handful of reviews, but they're all 3, 4, and 5 star. And then the 1-star review is some idiot who can't work out how to download the book. That's not where you do that, you idiot.
I'm just looking here at some of the different bits and pieces. The first Fossil Hunters in hardcover, only 3 left in stock. Order soon. $93.
Wow.
Paperback $175. So yeah, her books are definitely things to follow. I found myself. Yay!
Yeah.
I'm run out of books, journals.
I'll never run out of books to read. I really need to get through some of these ones right behind me. I literally have more books than I have shelf space.
Hey,
and I have a lot of shelf space.
I don't have as much shelf space as what I used to, but I've got a cupboard in the garage, which is jam-packed, and it's over 6 foot tall. And then I have 3 big boxes of books that are still packed. So, yes, I need more bookshelves. But I need more books to read as well.
It's like I say about budgets. It will inflate to the amount available, because if you buy more shelves so you can fit your last few books that don't fit on your shelf in, and then you're like, well, I've got all the shelf space, I've got to get some books to put in it. You're back to square one.
Yeah. Although I heard a little quip. A woman walks into is walking around a place, and she's looking at it, and she talks to to someone who is working there, and she goes, "How much is it to buy this?" And the young man, rather perplexed, looks at her and says, "Madam, this is the New York Library."
Speaking of New York libraries, we talk about Matthew Riley occasionally. I just read his book, The Contest, recently, which is about a guy locked in the New York Library with a bunch of aliens trying to kill him.
Good book.
Yeah.
Actually,
considering we're apparently the official fan podcast of Matthew Riley.
Well, I don't know about the official fan podcast, but yeah, I'm definitely Matthew Riley. The DJ's gone cool.
He has. This is unusual.
I'm nervous. You haven't? I know.
I haven't. What natural catastrophe is about to occur? Is this like, you know how dogs go quiet before an earthquake?
He's muted himself. Maybe he's...
Probably.
No, as long as he's okay.
Anyway, let's move on to the Games of the Week section.
Let's...
Perhaps not surprisingly, I've been playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm probably about halfway through the adventure mode, which is basically a series of battles where you can add modifiers using these spirits, and the goal is to rescue all of the 70 fighters who have been kidnapped by an evil entity and locked up and used to clone as clone samples. So the evil entity is cloning them and sending the clones out to fight you. But each battle has a gimmick, so sometimes the floor will be lava, or the monsters will be giant or really small.
Okay.
So what number are you at?
Let's find out.
He's turning on the Switch.
Yep. I'm in the middle of a battle.
The conversation's not that bad.
Yeah, I'm pretty addicted. I've been playing it on the train, in my lunch breaks.
Don't tell me you play the Switch while on date night as well?
No, I haven't had a date night since I got the game. I have actually, and no, I didn't play it. I've got about 22 fighters in the adventure mode.
Okay.
But one thing that bugs me is that the adventure mode unlocks are separate to the single player unlocks, to the actual game unlocks. So now if I want to use any of those characters I've unlocked in a battle, I'm going to have to go and unlock them again. It gives you milestones once every couple of hours of gameplay. I'm not sure exactly what the triggers are, but if I back out of the adventure mode right now, I better get one. Yep, there we go. Peach has just appeared for me to battle. No, it's Daisy, actually. But so I've put dozens of hours into adventure mode, and now I'm going to have to put another couple of dozen hours in to unlock characters in multiplayer mode so that I can actually use them when I'm playing with my friends.
Okay, cool. So I take it on adventure mode. You're still playing as Kirby.
No, you unlock different characters in adventure mode. So I've got 20-something characters at the moment, and right now I've been playing as Snake.
Oh, okay, cool.
So is there anything amazingly cool that we need to look out for?
Just the ridiculous amount of content.
Okay.
There's 70 characters. There's probably almost as many stages, if not more.
Okay.
Then there's all of the modifiers that you can put in.
And there must be a lot of character trophies as well.
What do you mean, character trophies?
I used to play Smash when at mate's place. I remember there was there's a certain option in Smash Brothers where it's like they show character models. Let's check.
Okay, I don't think that's in this version.
Okay, hang on a second.
Yeah, so comparing my lineup in adventure mode to my lineup in the basic multiplayer mode, I have... it's stuck on the loading screen. There we go. So I've unlocked quite a few more in the story, in the basic mode, because I put in a decent amount of time there. Actually, I don't remember unlocking some of these characters.
They escaped on their own?
Yeah, there are more characters here than I remember unlocking.
Here is Professor. The trophies. They used to be on Melee, and it was in Super Smash Brothers, Smash Brothers Melee, Smash Brothers Brawl, and Smash Brothers 4. But yeah, they weren't in Ultimate because it was too impractical.
Yeah,
so
there's a lot of stuff there, though.
Yeah, so they were being replaced by Spirits as its successor. Yep, and that of Stickers from Brawl.
Okay. So what have you been playing, Bucky?
I've been playing Elder Scrolls Online.
We've noticed.
Yep.
For the last week, your notification in Discord has been saying you've been playing ESO.
Yep. Well, you got to take Skyrim to the next level. Except I haven't got this. I'm not the Dovahkiin, so I'm not using shouts.
Are you hyping yourself up for the new Skyrim game coming up? Is it this year or is it next year?
Which one is it?
Skyrim, it's Elder Scrolls.
Are you thinking of Blades?
No, not Blades. On the new Elder Scrolls game coming out.
Elder Scrolls
6.
Yeah.
When it ever comes out.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully it'll come. It's one of those series you don't want to mess up with because, let's face it, Elder Scrolls fans are pretty chaotic.
And they don't have the that much goodwill left after 76.
Yeah. So I think, but at this point, but goodwill to Bethesda is just it's a joke.
Although I'm curious because there was the rumor going around that apparently Fallout 76 was going to go free play, and Bethesda's denied that. Although, let's face it, it's the only way they're going to get people to play it, other than spies and terrorists using it as a communications portal. Or those people who just want to go somewhere and be away from everybody because there's nobody else there. It's like the Phantom Zone. Phantom Zone. That's it. The Phantom Zone.
You think the Fallout 76 is an intergalactic prison?
Well, there's nobody else
Close
there.
enough.
You can put a person there in virtual reality and just they've got nothing else to do, have they? They can't hurt anyone, and there's nothing else to do.
Remember how last week I kept talking about Black Mirror?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a Black Mirror episode about that.
Oh my god.
There's been movies about that sort of thing going back a decade or two.
Yeah.
There was it the Octagon or something? Yeah.
You mean the cube?
No, it was something called the Octagon going back, I think, the 70s or 80s. There's a movie with, not Mariah Carey, Jennifer Lopez has done one as well, which is similar. Where it's all locked in a virtual reality environment.
Oh yeah, Octagon. Yeah, I know. I think I know which one you're talking about, Buck. It's the Cell.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
there's another one. It's not Demolition Man, but it came out at about the same time. But yeah, there's been heaps of movies about that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Then we got The Matrix.
Oh yeah. Let's not
Which is
forget
a
that.
huge prison.
But yeah, man. After what Bethesda did, I don't know, man. I should buy another Bethesda game, or should I hope?
Just wait for reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't race out and spend all your money on a special edition again.
Oh, no, I mean, should I really buy another Bethesda game after the 76 drama? So that's.
Well,
if it
we'll
comes,
probably have a good game in the future. But don't buy into the hype and pre-order like you did.
Yeah.
Especially once the beta came out and we had proof that it was not looking good.
Yeah.
I think you got the wrong Octagon movie there in the show notes.
Okay.
The Chuck Norris one's a martial arts one. There's another one I can't. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, as you may have noticed, the DJ is going through the 12 stages of grief about pre-ordering, so we have to be nice to him about it for once.
There.
Thank you.
So, what have you been playing, DJ?
I've been playing Darksiders and Darksiders 3 as usual, and yeah, nothing really to write home about. It's the same. It's a good game, but it's just grinding and trying to find artifacts. Just nothing special, to be honest, at this stage.
Is that the one you've been playing it for a while now? And it's got the squid creature.
Vaguely.
Yeah, I think I remember what you're talking about.
I think that might be the one. But yeah, like I said, it's nothing really to talk about. It's just grinding my way through and trying to beat the bosses. It's yeah.
So, would you still recommend it?
Yeah,
Or is the grind getting too heavy for you?
I still recommend it, guys. Like it's still a good game to play. It's just you just need to be patient in how to defeat the bosses, and it sometimes drives you insane. It's not like Darksiders in terms of you would lose gear automatically. Like it's not bad. It's not bad.
So it's not like Darksiders, but it is Darksiders.
No, it's not Darksiders in terms of as you level up, the enemy levels up twice, kind of thing. It's just how do I put this? The enemies are easy to kill. You just have to time your attacks. Yeah. In Darksiders, you can't do that. It's just very hard to time your attacks. But yeah.
Fair enough.
Professor?
Yeah?
Oh, for a second there, I thought you gone very quiet.
No, you haven't put me to sleep yet.
No, I've said my piece. I've said my piece.
Fair enough. And that's all I got to say about that.
Huh?
Forrest Gump in the
right.
protest scene.
Oh, I remember that movie.
So, of course you remember that movie. Everyone remembers that movie.
What movie are we talking about?
I will reach through my webcam and tear your head off.
Promises.
Anyway, on to the shout-outs. For this week, we have all three of them on actually no, only two of them on the 23rd of January. So on the 23rd of January, 1849, Elizabeth Blackwell becomes the first woman MD in the US. And then in 23rd of January 1922, Leonard Thompson becomes the first person to receive insulin injections as a treatment for diabetes. It's pretty crazy that there was a time when that wasn't a thing. I wonder how they treated it before the... Here we go, a low-carb diet. Wow, the treatment for diabetes prior to insulin was keto.
Well, this was prior. Well, think of it this way, though. This is before preservatives and chemicals in foods were a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the life expectancy was also ridiculously low because...
It says here it was about a year if they were on the special diet.
Yeah.
But I just think it's funny that it's basically the keto diet. Low carbs, high protein.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was because the infections and all that sort of stuff. And I remember reading the story about how to speed up the process of self-dying, a young guy used to sit there and pick at a sore on his ankle to get infected quicker.
Ouch.
He was tired of living with all the problems with it. So, yeah.
This was also around the time when pasteurization was a foreign concept at the time, wasn't it? 1922?
It was coming in.
It's kind of different, though. And so pasteurization was from long before then. Louis Pasteur died in 1895.
Okay. Yeah. And also, not to mention, this was centuries after the Black Death, and smallpox was the new Black Death at the time.
Well, that's the thing. We wouldn't have to worry about aging so much if we didn't have vaccines and medicine.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a bit of a fringe theory that
we've got to say
evolution selected for old age because for aging, because some beneficial thing happens when you're young and by the time people were living long enough to worry about it, it had already been bred into our genetics that we would age.
Yeah. You were going to say something, Buck?
I was just going to say, we've also got to say thank you to the milkmaids who helped find...
Oh, yes, the smallpox vaccine.
Yes, which is actually a live virus.
Yeah. Traditionally, they would scratch you and then rub infected scabs in the wound.
Yep. It wasn't smallpox, it was
cowpox. Yeah.
And a lot of the serum that is used now was originally used to be horse blood.
Yep.
That infect horses with the disease, and if the horse survived, they would drain its blood and put it through a spinner and give you the plasma, basically.
That's how they used to do antivenom as well.
Yeah.
But just an interesting fact here: as soon as Leonard's condition improved after the injection, the University of Toronto decided not to charge royalties on the discovery, so pharmaceutical companies could make insulin and spread it around the world without worrying about paying royalties, which must have saved so many lives.
Yep.
Yeah.
The doctors involved, Banting and McLeod, got the Nobel Prize.
They should.
And our next topic is on the 20th of January 2019. Masazo Nanoka, the world's oldest teenager, died at the age of 113. Are you laughing at a dead guy, DJ?
Well, when you said world's oldest teenager, that just sounds...
yeah.
But he he died in his home which was a hot spring inn. When I saw the report, I thought he died happy.
Well, that's the secret. You need a hot spring. That's what we're doing wrong. No hot springs. We need hot springs. I'm going to start digging.
At Western Queensland, there's plenty of good hot springs, and down Parks. Actually, my parents used to live in Parks, and there was a doctor there that was extremely old. He used to get up every morning and go for a swim in the pool, the public pool. They had a hot spring pool and a normal Olympic-sized pool. So he used to go jump in the hot spring, swim around in that for a while, and then he'd go swim laps in the Olympic-sized pool, then go soak in the hot spring again, and then swim more laps. Then, he used to walk all around the place most of the time. Extremely fit and healthy.
Cool.
So there's something to it. Let's do it.
So next on the 19th of January, 1736, we have the inventor of the steam engine.
Well, you mean the famous birthdays?
Yeah, famous birthdays. On the 19th of January, 1736, we have the inventor of the steam engine. You're supposed to say what?
What?
Yes, that's him.
It didn't work the other night when we're doing it.
I thought you'd learn.
What?
Well, we thought you would as well. Sorry. What was that?
So James Watt improved on Thomas Newcomen's 1712 steam engine with his Watt steam engine in 1776, which became the main steam engine used in the Industrial Revolution. He developed the concept of horsepower and the SI units of power. Well, they named the SI unit of power the Watt after him.
So it's a Scotsman that's to blame for pollution in global warming.
Yep. Let's get him.
A country that it rains so often that when when Noah went round saying it was going to rain for 40 days and 40 nights, they said, what, only 40 days and 40 nights?
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
James was one of them.
And then, also on the 19th of January, but 1809 this time, is the birthday of Edgar Allan Poe,
Woohoo!
the famous poet who almost everyone knows the Raven.
Does the DJ know?
Oh yeah, I know about the Raven. Yeah.
What quoth the Raven, DJ?
Nevermore.
Okay, that's a pass. But he's considered the inventor of the detective fiction genre, with his story Murders in the Rue Morgue. He was born in Boston, Massachusetts. Boston.
You trying to put a Boston accent there?
Yeah.
A Southie accent.
Then either December 1854 or June 1855, because people weren't that great about writing down their birthdays back then. Ned Kelly, the Australian bushranger. He's famous for wearing his custom-made bulletproof armor made out of plows, and for having a shootout with the police in a hotel. You can still go there and see the block of land the hotel was on. They burnt it down during the shootout, but they never built on the land.
And he's still debated at whether he's a hero or a villain till this day.
Yep. And then on the 22nd of January 1934, we have Bill Bixby, the American actor from The Incredible Hulk, born in San Francisco. On the 23rd of January 1950, Richard Dean Anderson, who is also known as MacGyver, was born in Minneapolis. And the 23rd of January 1951, Chesley Burnett Sullenberger III, also known as Sully, who in 2009, which also happens to be about a week ago, like from this day. So, yes, 10 years and a few days ago, he landed Flight 1549 in the Hudson River after both engines were disabled by a bird strike, and all passengers survived. He was born in Texas.
And he had an amazing birthday party. Everyone that was on the plane wanted to throw for him.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
And then our last birthday for this week, on the 22nd of January 1940, Sir John Hurt, the English actor from Doctor Who, V for Vendetta, and a whole bunch of others. He was an actor for more than 50 years. There was seriously a lot of things he was in.
Yeah.
Was born in Chesterfield, Derbyshire. And I was looking at his Wikipedia article earlier, and they've got a quote there, something along the lines of, here it is, he has the most distinctive voice in Britain, compared to nicotine sieved through dirty moonlit gravel.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Unfortunately, John Hurt died a couple of years ago, so we won't be able to get him back for the Doctor Who 75th anniversary.
Yeah, I liked his acting. He was great as the War Doctor.
Yeah, and on to our events of interest. On the 22nd of January 1987, the Pennsylvania politician R. Bud Dwyer shot and killed himself at a press conference on live television. The debates about boundaries in journalism.
Oh, that was a very, very scary video to look at.
Can we have that issued to all politicians around the world as this is what you're expected to do when your approval rating drops? Actually, no, let's make it. They got to do it all press conference. That's what's expected.
Well, you want to traumatize most of the human population with politicians killing themselves on live television.
They'll get used to it.
I don't think most people would be traumatized. I think most people probably actually enjoy it.
And as I understand it, he did it to make sure his family would get his pension.
That was
because he was going through a court case at the time, and if the guilty verdict came back, he would lose his pension, and that would leave his family with nothing.
So he was even trying to rip people off as he died.
But moving on to much happier heights, on the 23rd of January 1957, the toy company Wham-O produced the first Frisbees. And then the 22nd of January 1984, the Apple Macintosh was announced during the Super Bowl with the famous television commercial of the woman smashing Big Brother's TV. That was a big TV, though. I'd be pissed off.
Big Big Brother wasn't on TV back then.
You made this joke, and I'm still going to groan at it.
Although the interesting part was how some of the people in that video were actual skinheads. Like,
Man, that's a bit harsh. Just because he was bald doesn't mean he's a skinhead.
oh no, this was like they were actual genuine skinheads.
Like neo-Nazi skinheads.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bold claim to make.
No, I'm serious, man. Like, hang on a second. I've got one of the articles in here. Okay. Yeah, here we are. Apple purchased a 60-second block of airtime with two 30-second spots to run during the Super Bowl. Produced the 30-second and 60-second versions of it. The ad was directed by now legendary filmmaker Ridley Scott, then fresh off Blade Runner. Apple hired 300 extras, including some actual London skinheads, and actress Anya Major to appear in the ad.
Okay. It is funny, though, that this ad was about breaking free and all of that. But now Apple is the most restrictive operating system.
What's that slogan? Think differently?
Well, I'm just watching the ad at the moment, and yeah, I'm glad to see Apple followed the idea of sex sells. Right?
Anyway, yeah. We are out of time for tonight, though, so check us out on Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify. Do we have any others now?
You can find us on Twitter at @Amalgamated. Find us on Facebook at Nerds Amalgamated. You can also Gmail. You can email us your feedback at nerds.amalgamated@gmail.com. You can also find us on That's Not Canon Productions. Oh, that's not canon.com. Yeah, that's not canon.com.
Our new website.
Yeah, our new website, and you can get some free merch. Good merch there.
Although, if you really want some for free, the DJ's offered to give it to you.
We will give you free stuff if you point a gun at us. It's that simple.
But
we are coming up to our birthday issue, so we might have something special.
Yeah.
Yes, keep an eye out for that. Coming up next week, our anniversary. 1 year of Nerds Amalgamated.
Our 52nd episode.
What was it? Wait, 52nd or 53rd?
52nd. This is episode 51.
I know, but I thought it was 53rd. That's our anniversary.
Then when episode 52 go?
That's next week.
Yeah, but no, he's saying, do we turn one on the 53rd?
Off by 1 errors. It would be 52, though, because we started counting at 1.
Right.
No, it'd be 53rd then.
Okay.
We'll have to go back and look at what date the first episode was released.
Yeah, but we'll do that in between this episode and the next one. That's all from me. I'll see you next week.
Hooroo.
See you guys.